cracking, everybody? Here I am again. Just finished my lunch. Oh, that's a gray hair right there. Anyways, finished my lunch. I might have to cut this and come back to it. But anyways, so I did my last 2 videos where I said that I felt Ice Cube chose the wrong strategy, right? And when I read the comments from those videos, it wasn't surprising, a lot of what was said in there, but it's a shame how you know, I've mentioned it before several times, several different videos, how you have some people, unfortunately a lot of people, that they go into a video, they go into a conversation, they engage with people with a defensive mindset, right? So people saw the thumbnail of my video and right away they were defensive, and they went in and they were watching like, this motherfucker's talking shit, okay? Well, then your mind is made up to completely miss the point. People were saying in the comments that Mexicans should stay out of black people's business. Q put us in the business when he said this don't have nothing to do with them. Shouldn't have talked about us. Okay, that's the first thing. Should have just said what he was gonna say and played himself, because that's all he did, really. I made the first one, then I made the second one to make sure that people understood that I wasn't saying that he was wrong for trying to make a deal. He's right. I feel he didn't take enough to the table. He didn't bring enough to that type of table for them to really latch onto it. And that's a shame, because I think he had an opportunity with this president and this time, this election season, to have really brought a lot to the table for the president to say, let's act on that right now. Who knows when that type of opportunity will come again. If Biden wins, it won't come again, because he's already in office. They only promise shit when they think they can get votes out of people. But anyways, before I go any further, I gotta remind you guys that as a content creator, whenever I make a video, it's my responsibility to make a video, when I do these types of videos, that's gonna make you think. Because you can only change something or create change when you create new ways of thinking, when you create new ideas. You know, again, people got so defensive and, you know, standing up for themselves and, you know, standing up for their entire race. Some people, when I never said anything bad, I spoke about unity, basically promoting peace, and people had a problem with that. People were saying that Mexicans are racist against blacks. Some are. Some blacks are very racist towards Mexicans. But that's, you know, that's one of them things when people don't know how to discuss things, and they're like con artists, right? And they sit down and they try to engage somebody that really knows what they're talking about, and like there's a main issue, and instead they create fires everywhere else to try to trick you into going into the smoke. It's not the issue. Whether someone's racist or not is not the issue. I'm not racist, and I'm the one that made the video, and I was trying to promote peace and unity. Now, with that said, this video is gonna be a little bit different. Hold on. I got a part in inspection, so the inspector will probably come in a minute. But I want to get as much of this started as possible. So let's just, right off the top now that we're on this subject, I want you guys to just realize, those of you that don't, there's a lot doing. Every single person on this planet, every one of them, no matter what race, is a descendant of a slave. Okay? Doesn't matter what race you are. Every fucking dude over here. Every ethnic group, race has been enslaved at some point throughout history. Okay? And you know, I know that a lot of people's heads exploded when I said that, because some people want to, unfortunately, latch on to slavery as a crutch. And that's what this video is about. There is not one of us in this country, you know, there's other countries that we can say, but we're going to just focus on this country. There's not one of us that are watching this video, that are going to watch this video, that was enslaved. Enslaved in the mind, maybe, to this day, but physically enslaved. And so why should the enslavement of your ancestors 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, cause you to live your life looking in the rearview mirror? Somebody owes me something because someone 300 years ago in my family was a slave. That's backwards thinking, right? And, you know, I hear a lot of that, you know, they don't know about, you know, they don't understand, my people were enslaved. Every people on this planet were enslaved. I can go into the enslavement of my people, the complete, put it like this, there's only two people on this planet that there were concerted and concentrated efforts to completely wipe them off the face of the planet. Only two people. My ancestors and the Jews. You know, and it's what's funny how, you know, those of you who have, if you've ever read history and you know about Cortez, right? And I always felt it funny that they would say that Cortez was our Hitler. No, he was here first. He'd try to destroy people and wipe them off the planet first. Hitler was the Jews' Cortez. Get it right, okay? My ancestors had their land taken from them, their women raped, their identity completely destroyed. Their religion was taken from them. Their language was taken from them. Like, we could go into so much shit. But what I want to point out is anyone, I don't care what race you are, if you're motivated, or it's even a thought in your head, which is to me a crutch, that you are owed something because someone 100 years ago in your family was a slave, you're never going to get out of them chains then. There's one group of people throughout the history of humanity that was enslaved more often and longer than anyone, and that was the Jews. And if we look at the Jews, what the Jewish people did, we never hear them. Now we hear some of them, you know, now and then for political reasons, we'll hear about the Holocaust, right? Okay. But the Jews, let's look at it like this. The United States is the most powerful country on the planet, okay? And yet they're in debt, trillions of dollars, okay? Every country that is supposedly a world power, a world player, is in debt. So if you have all these countries that have these nuclear weapons and these fighter jets and these carriers and all this shit, how are they in debt to these Jewish bankers who don't even own a gun? Because these Jewish people refused to live with a slave mindset. The rest of us need to get the fuck out of that slave mindset and get in that boss mindset. I tip my hat. You know, a lot of people don't trust Jews because they say they run everything. Look at their history. They learned from it. They plotted and they planned for generations, and they put themselves in positions where the whole fucking world owes them. It's not all the Jewish people. But look at what they were able to do after World War II. They were able to get the world powers to give them back lands that had been taken over through warfare. And it forced other peoples to be relocated. They weren't flying fighter jets. They weren't in tanks. They weren't on the front lines. And they got the world in the palm of their hands. They learned, man. And this is what the fuck I try to tell people. Whatever happened to us, we remember. And we grow from it. And when I do a video like I did that Ice Cube video, you know, people want to say it's chess, not checkers. Exactly. You know, I was trying to play chess and motherfuckers are playing hopscotch on that video. You know, one person said, you guys got your own battle and we got ours. Okay, well, who's the enemy then? The enemy is not a race. If you want to say it's the system, then if we combine forces, aren't we more likely to succeed? But yet that crabs in the bucket mentality that I've been talking about, and that slave mentality that give me something because of something that happened 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 50 years ago, 500 years ago, that don't work. These people in power have moved on. You can't go forward if you're always looking backwards, man. And so I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. I'll go ahead and read your comments. Those that are gonna talk shit, not grasp what I'm trying to say, not grasp the fact that I'm trying to get people to think outside of the way they've been thinking. Get out of that box. If you really want to advance yourself and your people, get out of your own way. What you've been doing ain't working. Try something new, man. I'm out.